What's up, guys? It's me again. You're now tuned in to tonight's episode. Shout out to everyone that tuned in to yesterday's stream and the day before that. You guys are keeping me up. I appreciate the support. Let's get into the intro music. All right. How you guys doing out there tonight? I know it's been a long week. We got it's one more day to Friday. Then that's the weekend. Shout out to all my weekend warriors. We're almost there. But as you all know, it's that was a Careless Whisper by George Michael. That's a throwback for today. It's Throwback Thursday. So let me go ahead and tap in with some of the comments, see what's going on the stream. Everything seems pretty quiet. I don't know if you guys noticed, but last stream I kind of had to pause every now and then to do other stuff. I'm still right now. I'm still working with one monitor, so I have chats, stream, alert. I have everything all on one screen, and I'm trying to have it discrete where I don't have a million things just spread about the page. But sometimes it happens. If you guys noticed with the last episode, when I ended the stream, it came off with the the tunnel effect where you saw multiple screens of my screen. And I'm still getting used to the share screen feature also. I think in a few weeks here I might upgrade to a different streaming software. I like Streamlab, but it's a little bit clunky in a way. I got OBS Studio downloaded. I'm gonna try that out in a couple of days. Later this weekend, I'm gonna try and sit down and actually get a Discord server set up. One of my homies at work told me about it. I'm gonna try and get it set up for y'all. If it takes me a minute, just excuse me. I'm not the most tech savvy person. I'm just being honest. But yeah. Let me see what other announcements I got. The Discord, I got that out the way. Yeah, excuse me if I'm all over the place tonight. I'm trying to manage multiple screens and do different things at the same time, so it's a little bit tasking. Let me see where we. So far, I ain't got no comments, nothing I need to respond to. So tonight what we're talking about basically is this game, Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. A lot of you remember the old anime. I used to I used to go hard. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. I used to go hard on the anime more than the actual video game. But if you ask me how the game is now, I probably wouldn't know shit. Excuse my language. I'll put $1 in the swear jar later. But yeah. As for the game so far, just when I was reading about some of the stuff they put in the new card game. Well, I wouldn't say the new card game, but the updates to the card game, like link summoning, synchros, XYZs, and I think with Pendulum. Yeah, they've got 4 new and different summoning mechanics on top of the tribute and special summons that I was familiar with. Because I think when I checked out of Yu-Gi-Oh was around Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. Yeah, when they were on motorcycles and dueling, I was like, okay, yeah, it's kind of gone all the way left. and I stopped watching at that point. I know a lot of people kept on. That's where we got the whole concept of synchros and stuff like that, pretty much. And I give credit to the anime that's still ongoing with each new, well, I guess series. I would say season, but each series itself has a select number of seasons. But with each new series they put out, they do a good job of showing you the actual summoning mechanics and how they work. Um, what I would like to see in the future coming from them is probably if we can get a more, because I haven't played it. I've seen a few videos of it, and I'm gonna go through it with y'all tonight. So if I get my ass whooped by some, see, I'll put another dollar in the swear jar. So if I get my ass whooped by some 7-year-old in Mexico, hey, I haven't played this. I haven't even played any Yu-Gi-Oh game really since um, like peer to peer in a while. I think the last Yu-Gi-Oh game I may have tried was not Duel Links, but what the Duelist Evolution series. With with the Link Evolution. Yeah, I played a little bit of that, and I think I got a little bit good at it. I had a couple decks, but I digress. I'll see if I can try and get that Link series, Link Evolution. If anybody wants to see that, just let me know. But yeah, back to this game over here at Master Duel. So the way Konami's pretty much setting up this game is supposed to be like the um, current thing for the current dueling environment. Like, let me see, January 18th, 20. Okay, so it's over a year old. So I'm pretty sure they've had enough time to patch it or update it, fix any issues that they had earlier. Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel is the ultimate free-to-play cross-platform strategy card game with fast-paced duels, stunning HD graphics, and a new dynamic soundtrack. Get ready to challenge duelists around the world. All right, sounds deep. Shout out to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's not G Fuel. I don't have a sponsorship. It's too soon. But yeah, I just got some pre-workout mix earlier. It's what I use for when I go and work out. I still had some mixed up. I didn't really get a chance to go out and get a good workout in. I probably got like one set of push-ups, a few crunches. I have what is well, I had a pull down bar, but I also had my pull up bar and my dip bar. I only got a few sets. I wouldn't say a few sets. I only got a few reps. That's what I should say. I only got a few reps in before it started raining. And then, Florida, it stopped 10 minutes later. I was like, really? I don't went inside and showered because I don't really try and shower after I get home from work because I know I'm not going to want to go outside and work up the sweat again because then I'm going to have to take like 2 showers. So I just come home, try to change into, some shorts or something I can spare and go straight to the workout, get it out the way, and then shower. Because I know after the shower, I want to relax, like most people. Shout out to the homie Dank. He's going to be coming into the stream later on. I'm just opening up, trying to play this game for a little minute, give it a try, because I've been wanting to try it out for a while now. He's going to, let's see. I'm expecting him to send me a message in a little minute. And if you watch, man, yeah, just shoot me the message or whatever. I'll link you in. I'll share the link. But enough talk. Let me go ahead and get this game set up. I already went ahead and pre-downloaded it. The only thing I really have to do at this point is I'm gonna change some things around. There. And shout out to the people that are sticking with me through this horrible camera. I know I'm only at like 720p. There are literally people using their iPhones for, what is it, 4K now? Yeah, once you hit 4K resolution, I think I don't even want to know what's next after 4K, 8K, 12K. I better be able to see this. Well, yeah. And that's the crazy thing about it. At 1080p, I was already able to see the sweat on people's foreheads in the movie. So at 4K, like what do you guys do you see the sweat and the sweat on top of the sweat? Or do you just see the sweat? Just or yeah, the sweat and the veins. Yeah, I should say that, the sweat and the veins together. Because I know in some you just get the sweat, and in other cases you see the veins pop out, depending on what type of TV you have and like the dimensions. Because I remember my mom had like what was it? Yeah, it was a 42-inch flat screen, and my dad used to watch old westerns, and you'd see like four dudes around the table together smoking, and you see the sweat clear. I can imagine it's hot. You're out in like Texas, out in the western frontier. There's no AC, and y'all in the room together trying to smoke. Like, yeah, ultimate hot box. So I had to finish that off. It's not G Fuel. I don't have a sponsorship yet. But let me go ahead and stop procrastinating and get some of this screen set up. Okay. Go ahead and share screen. Go ahead, check in all my feeds. Once again, excuse me if I'm like moving back and forth between you guys. It's just I gotta do what I can. So, all right, share screen. Oh, yeah, I think we may. Oh, nah, it's just my computer. Sorry, guys. I have like one too many tabs open too, so I can imagine how much bandwidth I'm just running down right now. Up some of these tabs real quick before I open up my screen. There we go. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. I had an actual system crash in the middle of the show. Well, happens to us first timers, I guess. So back to back to the grind. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this game pulled up so I can just stop talking about it and just play it. As I said earlier, my homie's supposed to be joining us in a few moments. Waiting for him to go ahead and hit me up. Share screen. Damn, really? Just can't get right tonight. First, my computer wants to go down, then the game doesn't want to work. I don't really have one of those high-tech gaming PCs. I really should upgrade. But while we wait for this to sort itself out, let me go ahead and bring up something else that we got going on tonight. Oh, yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys this. I'm about to, well, no, this next background for the next episode. Let me go ahead and it's not responding. Go ahead and close. I'm almost jealous of those other guys. They make it seem so easy. They never. I can't say they never have technical issues live on air. Yeah, whistling. What the fuck? I gotta put a dollar in the square jar now. That's on me, baby. I know the tunnel effect on this is going to be wicked. Go ahead and booyah. Control the work, baby. It's not wireless, but it gets the job done. In the United States. Man. Accept. Yeah, I have been watched it. Have you upgraded in past? Damn. Sorry. I'm sorry, God. I didn't mean to do that to you. And I was just talking to someone about that earlier. They have so many different things they want us to put on these. They have so many things they want us to put on these games now. Like, I get it. You gotta sell us more stuff low key inside the game itself, like micro purchases. I'm about to say Michael without the R. All right, let's learn this. You get this tutorial. So I'm jumping in fresh. You guys jumping in fresh. Oh, damn! I can't actually. I had turned off the sound settings earlier because I wanted to play the music and I didn't want this to drown out the music itself. So let me the setting. There we go. So these battles. Okay, 1800. This is a good start. Go ahead. Start from the left. All right, he ain't got no attack. Next. All right, so it is kind of like the Link Revolution game I played before. Right? There we go. Full screen mode. I was like, yeah, that's kind of gay though. You shouldn't. That is good. But nah, full screen is better. Destroy one face of monster that has the highest. Damn. I low key appreciate the pace in which they're slowing this down to teach me because I know like once it kicks on full blast, I will not be able to like keep up with all this. Because I can't like I mean, the controller does a good job of vibrating, but man, they make sure whenever you hear a sound effect, the controller vibrates. Like I appreciate them for taking it slow, but I already know this. If there's anyone in the comments or is watching, if you've played this game before, just tell me how badly I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Just tell me. This is probably practice duel, trap cards. As far as I remember, trap cards have to be set down for at least one turn prior to use. Now those graveyard effects, those excuse my language. I'll put it up in the tip jar, I swear. Well, swear jar. Imagine saying that. I'll put $1 in the swear jar, I swear. Yeah, I remember that much. I can say that's something most people should still remember from the game. Because I always thought to myself, damn, maybe motherfucker, you just get to attack. I know the anime itself didn't really do, well, at least the first, yeah, the Duelist Kingdom, where they had to go fight, what was it, Pegasus? Yeah, when they went to Duelist Kingdom, it just went weird. Everything was all the way left. Target one face-up monster you control. It gains 400 attack till the end of this turn. Yeah. Now I'll say this. I need to. Some cards can handle. Some Sarah. This is the graveyard. Banish this card from your graveyard, then target one until the end of this turn. Dang. Damn. I don't know which deck skill successor is in. If someone's in the comments, please tell me. Cause yeah, I'm definitely gonna add this. Keyboard in a little bit closer on this thing. Summon another monster. That's a good idea. Let's do that. But oh, you have one card or less in your hand. Eh, I guess it's alright. It's an alright card to have, though. Especially if you need to make like a last stand against somebody on the field. I guess it would be great. Or like in this situation where you've cleared your opponent's field and now you can attack directly. I don't know if you guys can hear that vibration, but man, I don't know why they make it. I don't know why they try to make this vibration more and more impactful every time you play. All right, it's gonna be the real test. Real test. Air quotes included. I already know it ain't gonna be real until I take my first ranked match. And I mean, I'll let it just slide if I lose. It is my first time playing the game. All right. Before you guys asked why, the reason is because for this, because I feel like I would. Okay. See, okay, I guess that was kind of like some real first school stuff. Because, yeah, man, the way he shuffled it, let me, damn, man, how much shit did he just put in here? I'm cursing like a sailor, excuse me. I'm trying not to curse. Okay, rich. Planter. Fat. Alright. The Fiend during that phase cards normal summon. You contribute this guy's pick top 5 cards to your deck. Add one. Add one to your hand and summon main first. So whatever that card, he just went through it. What is it? Okay, remove trap. Increase like that. Alright. Yes. So the reason why I put him instead of the other guy who had the higher attack power is because I was assuming because he's a tuner monster and they highlighted him tuner warrior. So now as tuners are for synchro summons. Yeah. There you go. See, okay, so you got your links, got your synchros. Nice. Sound familiar. Okay, so the field crumbles as he takes damage. I just noticed that. Everybody get their triples off. I'll pull it out next turn. Some people may consider that a misplay, but I'll pull it out next turn. If any case, he might just waste a spell or magic card on me, so I don't have to worry about it later. Tribute one monster. Set that. I didn't even need to use down card. Alright. So yeah, air quotes from earlier wasn't a real challenge. The real challenge is about to come. soon as we take our first rank match. Now they'll probably put us with another rookie or something like that. Yeah, let's see how we go ahead and bust down on this stuff. So, okay, that's yeah. I do like my synchros. I haven't really gotten into the link monsters like I should have before hopping into the game, but uh, I don't know when's the last time they updated the info, but I'm gonna check it out. Damn, I really don't. So I like synchro monsters because of like I said, synchro summons are an easy, quick way for you to get strong monsters onto the field, and it doesn't always require like fusion or magic card to get the extra monster. You just summon a tuner. Now, the link monsters, I think it's basically you have to sacrifice how many monsters are equal to the link level. So if it's a link 2, you need to sacrifice 2 monsters of a certain requirement. That's the way I remember it. Get some drink. Got me some hot tea as a backup. Yeah, go. Start from Power of the Dragon, work my way over, build my way up. Alright, boy, dang, hit me up. Go ahead and get this situated first, though, because I've really been trying to get into this game for the longest, and I've always been distracted with other stuff. So let me see what the situation be about. Shout out to Chris. I appreciate those words the other night. I appreciate it. Talking about my cousin. I know like 7 different Chris's. So going forward, if I know too many people with the same name, I might just let me run that back. Okay. So 2 blue eyes during the end phase of this card event. You can special summon this card, but it's not really a good one. It's card for any fusion material monster, but the other fusion. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go to fusion like that just to bring that. Let's see this is why the base is just a rip off of Kaiba's deck. So yeah, the Luster Dragon, cheap, easy way to get you some strong base monsters out on the field. And if you get the power of the dragon and synchro decks together, you'll have some good stuff because you have some strong normal monsters to come out onto the field. And then you just need to add the tuna monsters from the synchro deck, and you have all the material you need for a pretty competitive deck, I think, based on what type of synchro monsters you get in your special deck. I mean, you can keep a fusion. Uh, Okay, we got two fusion substitutes. All right. If this card attacks, it's changed. Okay. But where is the where's the yeah? I mean, you base extra mirror force. Mirror force combo would be good. The opponent cannot declare an attack. Okay, threatening roar. Boom, it works out. Let me see what the synchro. Mm. See, already got extra stuff. So, okay, boom. Okay, we got some. So mostly when you're gonna see with me as I play, I focus mainly on the 18 to 17, few 16 range if you got like an effect. But my ideal monster is gonna be 1600 and attacking up. Like this one, this card's attacks an opponent's monster. This card gains during the damage step only. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle. Damn. Shit. What's the this what's that one card? I think swap defense or swap attack. But yeah, if you could flip that, that'd be great. Yeah, quick times. Face. Yeah, I'm going with the synchros. I know the monsters are weaker, but I'm finna just get the dragon. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get the synchros first, but before I make my final call, let me look at the link evolution. Jesus, they sure not tease you. Excuse me, Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring you down here to duel with me right now. See what's going on. This All right. I don't know. The link. So yeah, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can banish 2 Cyber monsters from your hand or face up from your field. Special summon this card. But it's attacking up to that thing. Yeah, they always have a restriction where you can summon it. Monsters targeted when attacked. You can negate that attack, then special one. Yeah, I forgot how troublesome these Cybers monsters could be. Let's return when your Cyber's best attack. Okay, we got 3 copies. Yeah, need 3 copies of him, definitely. Feel like this monster's on the field. You can special like that. Okay, token generate static tokens. Let's gain 3 once per turn. You contribute once. You can special summon that data token. I use the data tokens for though. That's the weird thing. Okay. Okay. So these, so these tokens basically it's like a buffer material that I could use for different stuff. The tangible cards. I got a few more. Gotta look for. What do we have here? Mix. 2 monsters. For each monster, it points to. Gains. You can target one monster and use graveyard. This card gains attack equals. Cyber Sight. Two monsters. Yeah, so they don't really get. Yeah, they really don't get strong until like link 3. Link 2 are decent. They got a few around the 1600, 1500 attack range. Um, and a few in between too. 23 and 1600. I don't know them all by heart, but uh, yeah, I'm gonna just get the power of Blue Eyes later. Later day. Oh, I gotta use my keyboard for this one. Yeah, public red character count. What's something cool and cheesy? Maxilla. Just call me Maxilla, baby. Okay, so yeah, you can look at a card and tell when it's for Seto Kaiba. You can tell when it's for Kaiba's deck. This one's good. Luster Dragon, Kaiba. You can already tell just by how strong this dragon. Is. I'm actually excited to get back into the game. It's been a while. I remember watching the I remember watching the anime a few years ago, and what got me like interested in the show is in the TV show they make it so like every turn is like back, like it's literally like the tension comes together this much, and there's just a small gap keeping it from exploding into just one weird mess because you don't just play a card, you set a card down, put another card face down, and then maybe something might activate from the person's graveyard. Now this is more towards mid duel. The first beginning steps of the duel are just basic. You set your cards out, pretty much think up your strategy as you like read your hand. That first hand you get pretty much dictate, pretty much tells you where you're gonna go with it. Sometimes you might get a crappy hand and you just have to feel them out. But by that first or second hand, you know what direction you're going with on the board. Whether you're just going to stomp them out just by pure force, like wipe out the board, and not even give them room to breathe. Like you dust tornadoes, yeah, you got four of those in your deck. Your opponent's gonna have a hard time. With those, yeah, get four of those, 4D spells. What's the next one? That Shard of Greed, I guess. That's a good one. The reason why I say it's good because depending on who your opponent is, he might actually just waste a card on it and destroy it before you get to use it. But in the end, you're going to draw those cards anyway if the duel lasts long enough. You bug, insect. Damn, who was that insect duelist from Yu-Gi-Oh? Weevil. There it is. Shine Eye. Level 4. Blade Knight. Some good monsters come through. Cyberse. I'm surprised they didn't have the. Well, I guess they went with like the most famous of the two. Well, not two, but the three iterations. Because I'm pretty sure those of you that were watching, you recognize a few of those cards from the actual anime if you were keeping up with it. I didn't really know any of the Link monsters. I didn't catch the Link iteration of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or and I don't even know what they're doing now with what is it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. I was like, oh man. If anyone knows about Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, let me know because I've never got a chance to watch it. I'll probably see if I can spare some time on the weekend to check out. What is it? I'll see if I can check out. Let's see, sevens. What is it? I probably wouldn't go to sevens. Let me just think of. So, damn, I don't even know what came. I guess I would start it back at Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds because I never finished watching that. As I said earlier in the video, that's when I cut out. I was like, damn, they're like racing on motorcycles and they're dueling. And I guess like people can crash in some cases because I remember one episode where like one guy was racing and that's literally what he tried to do, try to intentionally make the other guy crash. And I'm like, what? It just got crazy. I know in the original Yu-Gi-Oh, they had different stuff going on with like the dueling situations. I would think personally, just the dueling towers, how they used to be suspended above the arena, that itself would be scary. And we can do that today in the modern world. Now that I think about it, I don't know if Konami wants to try and put that together, but yeah, they made a 3D image of Tupac and Easy E. So yeah, Konami, I don't know who did the Tupac hologram, but if you guys get together, start making holograms for these cards. Because, yeah, what is it? Yeah, I think Konami should have most of the 3D models for these cards. And if you don't, just say, make the tournament with the 3D models you can make, and people will still come and play. I would say charge an entry fee. Yeah, charge an entry fee. Sorry, guys, but it's literally 3D holograms. If you want an actual duel with 3D holograms, we gotta pay. So maybe $100 a piece for the entry. And if they can actually pull it off, I'm pretty sure they'll have enough to go for a second one, next year or the year after. I wonder how advanced the hologram technology has gotten nowadays. It'd be nice if they could just have a drone. Yeah, like two drones fly out and project the images. Or, well, I don't think we're that far, but another way would probably be, what is it, going to, what is it, for, well, I can't think of the proper term, but basically, when they did the Tupac hologram, if you pay close attention to his feet, you notice there's like something like a track because his feet are like moving back and forth at times. There's not a clean transition. It's like a sway basically. Look at the hologram video of Tupac and you'll see it. And as his feet move, there's moments where you clearly you can see clearly through his feet, but outside of that, you see where there's like a track that he's moving along. So we would probably do something like that. That would seem more reasonable today, technological space. Because I don't know how advanced they've gotten, but that seems to be something doable for them to reach for. Because I imagine just to make them Tupac size, you know, I'm not thinking like we don't have to actually hit for what the anime did, have them suspend you 30, 20 feet in the air on some type of pod. Just, what is it? I think even some of the locations they had them dual. Where is it? Like in Pegasus. Damn, couldn't I change? Yeah. And they say download, they ain't kidding. So, right. Yeah. So then, oh man, shuffling through the same cards. But in the end, it kind of showed you what I mean. When you get all the cards together, they kind of line up to make a perfect deck. Shout out to Thomas. I appreciate the love, brother. of D. Actually, yeah, I think I might put that in on my social media. Yeah, what is that? Can I can I put it as a nick? Yeah, I'm gonna have that as my nickname on social media now. Lord of D. All the people that play Yu-Gi-Oh will get it. The people that don't, well, I think a few people will probably come in and be like, "What is that? A One Piece reference?" And I'll be like, "What? Ah, damn! That, hold up! Don't do it." I'm I don't know how to copyright that, but I'm gonna try and copyright that. Well, I'm the only that has a copyright, so I can't even say nothing about it. Konami has some copyright on that, but I'm still gonna make that my nickname on social media. Lord of D. I'm definitely gonna make that my nickname. Hmm. Plus, I stay right by Avenue D. I've lived here for so damn. I've been on. Mm, damn, I've seen Avenue D through the years too. Fires, stores that closed down, opened up. Reno's getting repainted. Multiple murders at Reno. Damn, that's crazy. They really should have came up with more. And this is another reason why I said they probably should have had more than just three starter decks, at least five. Because I don't, yeah, they didn't have a pendulum. Where the pendulum monsters at? Where the, was it XYZ or Z's? I forget how you say it. Big C's? Hmm, man, it's just, dear Konami, next game launch, please just make most of the games immediately available. Well, yeah, please make most of the game immediately available. I don't mind downloading stuff, but damn, I was not expecting this big of a download. Because you have to download the game first, right? Because I got this off of Steam. Yep, there's Sharded Grid. That's the one I was talking about earlier. But you have to download the game off of Steam, and then you have to, you launch it after you download it off of Steam. It then, goes through its little, I guess, micro install on your desktop, and you get your icon, and then you start up the game. And y'all saw me playing it, starting it up. I had to reset it first. I ain't gonna lie, this is probably like the most embarrassing night in terms of failure and fucking up stuff. Excuse my language again. I'm gonna donate another dollar to the swear jar. I think I'm like $7, $8 in right now. Yeah, about 7, 8, maybe 9. I ain't gonna count my dollars before the end of the night. I still got some ways to go. Don't worry. I'm gonna definitely get one of those. Luster Dragon, yeah. See? Gets you like three Luster Dragons, three Tomb Warriors, a Lord of D, for your Dragon Monsters, two, three blue eyes. This one. See, good defender. Call it haunted. Another thing, Konami, if possible, can we like you see how they're showing us the cards like this? Can you make this the selection screen where we actually get to just look at all the cards from all of the decks being shown to us piece by piece? Because I would prefer to just do a mix overall. That's me. I really don't. I know some people might hate it. They're like, oh, bro, that's not how the deck's supposed to go. You miss out on certain integral, like key strategy points. Listen, dude, I don't have all day to specify and get into what people may like or may not like. My only thing is this: get in and destroy my opponent. Like get the life points down to zero and get out of there. Because I've like even with the Link Evolution Revolution game they had, I had it on my Nintendo Switch. Just going through that itself is so hard because there are points where you have like some monsters that just special summon on top of special summon. Like think about that. Imagine you got three monsters, you know, that you basically pad your deck with in particular that have one effect in common. They special summon another monster. And don't let them special summon a monster that has the effect that when special summoned. Oh, because when the monster that gets special summoned has an effect that says, when this monster is special summoned, it leads to bad things. Either it leads to another summoning, which is like, God, I know. I'm sorry, God, stay up there, please. Don't come do it with me. I don't want to do it with you. You'll still beat me. But imagine that's like, yeah, that's three summonings all in one turn. If you want to synchro summon, you got it. If you want to, actually, can you fusion? Is it fusion a special? Yeah, I think a fusion is a special summon. You can fusion. Um, if you got what's that one magic card? Double summon, I think. If you got double summon, you you can go ahead and summon another monster normally. Um, or if you're like me, the ultimate Egyptian guard fanatic, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably will name one of my sons Merrick just based off of the Battle City art, but I digress. If you have like one of the Egyptian god cards, or what is it, the Sacred Beast, I think from what is it, Yu-Gi-Oh GX, yeah. If you got the Sacred Beast from Yu-Gi-Oh GX or the Egyptian god cards, or the Wicked God cards. If you got any of those three God subtypes, you will be able to have fun with any of those type of monsters. It's Ra's Disciple. There's there's the Egyptian God packs. I'm pretty sure you guys seen them at Walmart on the shelf. They got the Egyptian God packs with like Obelisk and I think Slifer. You you can pad your deck with Ross Disciple if you get like two or three double summons or what's there's another card too that lets you get an extra summon, but I can't remember what it is at the moment. But during the later stream, I'll probably during the later stream, I'll probably give some updates on some card ideas and deck strategies. Uh, this thing's only at 94, still taking a while. Shout out to my cousin Sandra. Appreciate you. I remember as a kid, they used to pick on me for watching all these Japanese cartoons. Yeah, like Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, what was it, Pokemon. Damn, those were the years, man. If I would have known what I known back then, man, I wish I would have kept so many of those earlier cards. I would have been rich. I would have been so rich. Mm. I even had some of the fake ones too. You guys know the ones that have like well, they may not have even been fake. They may have just been. Well, nah, I don't even think they'd do that. Yeah, to get the little Japanese ones, and it's like, this is cool, but I can't even like play with this because I don't know what it says. But it was just cool to have. 94. Damn, this last 5, 6% must be huge. I'm drinking ginger tea, by the way. Just a recommendation for you people out there. When you wake up in the morning, drink your bottle of water first. Get that on. But then, warm up a kettle of tea or fix you some tea, however you fix tea nowadays. I'm old fashioned. I use a regular teapot. Due to my upbringing, that's just how I prefer to do it. I just use a teapot. That's what I've always used. And yeah, you start your tea, and there are different kinds. I prefer ginger because it helps with digestion. There are other teas out there for like jasmine tea, chamomile. They got lemon ginger, lemon tea. Really, um, what is it? I got this. I have this one tea I like, Bigelow. They have a flavor. What is it? Vanilla chai. It's a type of black tea they mix with vanilla flavoring. Guys, Speed Warrior. I wonder where they come up with some of these names. Yeah, I know that was a cheap methamphetamine joke, but think about it. Speed Warrior. I was like, yeah. What's that? What's the name of it? Motorhead? That one rock band. That was totally driven up from. I think that was like a reference to someone that does speed or crank or whatever. I don't know what the hell they call this stuff now. Speed, crank, turbo. Well, if they call it turbo, to a producer named Turbo, you need to sue them because they owe you some royalties if they're using turbo. Uh, Go ahead and get that in on here. The next thing I'm investing after this is going to be a let's see what I can do. Stop that for a second. I gotta go through some mail. Don't want to put anyone's mail on blast. Sorry. I gotta be respectful. By the way, I'm gonna drop the join link on my news feed. Anybody want to join in on the Yu-Gi-Oh? I have to replace the mesh in my room. Yeah, I usually keep I said my room, I'm at my door. I usually have a mesh by my door to help keep out some of the flies and mosquitoes during the hot, rainy seasons. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's be killer out here. Even at my job, there's like a canal that runs through the back side, and if you go out during the afternoon, you can literally see them like the little gnats just flying right above the water. I don't even like going back there some days when I had to um, excuse me, I had to burp a little and didn't come up like I expected. But yeah, I hate going back there, especially like during the dark hours of the morning. Like, I don't know if there's gators or not. I ain't going there. Yeah, I ain't. Go ahead and paste the stone. I'm rambling on. Damn. That's why I gotta stay off social media sometimes. I'm not gonna show it because we got. I don't know if we got kids or children that are gonna see this later, so I'm gonna try not to show anything too explicit. I know some. Oh, Malcolm, you smoke? Listen, I have a prescription. I'm in a state that allows me to do it, and if Twitch says I can do it on my stream, then I'm gonna say I'm legally within the law. Now, back to what I was about to say. Yeah, ladies, I ain't judging, but damn, some of y'all be busting. Yeah, if you're a married man, I would recommend you just don't even scroll on social media for more than 5 to 10 minutes. Check in on what your homeboys are doing. share a few likes and a few heart emojis and laughing emojis. But yeah, don't be on this thing too long. All right, sent all the links, shared all the stuff I need to share. Uh, Let me get up out of here before I end up sharing another photo of Sade. See anything else I gotta look at and update over here? Activate. The game's loaded up. Just getting a few things taken care of first. Oh, there's Shadow. Mia. Go ahead. Let him. Go ahead and turn. Turn. Back to screen.
Hola.
No. Evening, man. How's it hanging?
Got some lag.
That might be. I actually let me double check and make sure I clean up my tabs. I have a habit of having too many tabs open nowadays because going back to school and I've been trying to study more and getting into like some of the math. Basically, I got to deal with trigonometry. I got linear algebra. I think I got some functions, like computer related functions, logic based functions to deal with. I don't know. I was just skimming through the course log earlier today, but yeah, it seems like some hard shit to do. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to deal with all that trigonometry.
True. Are you getting that feedback?
Oh,
I
you
can
have
hear
some
you.
feedback?
I hear you go like 3 times around. And you'll say something that echoes like 3 times around. Myself too. It's like all real late.
Oh, let me double check the sound.
I don't like that.
Sure. Let's see. How do I sound now?
I'm just waiting to see if I hear it again. Yeah, it came back around. Unless you said it again. Yeah, now I can hear myself. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
I got it. 1 second. Let me. It's probably just my feed. I'm to think about. So I got all this sound equipment in my room.
Okay.
All the sound equipment in my room, and I'm still like dealing with basic speaker problems. I don't know what's going on. All right, how do I sound now?
Happened again. I don't know if it sounds. It's almost as if like there's a video of this somewhere playing, and every time that I say something or you say something, it plays through that video again, and then I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, audio going crazy
But I don't know why
today.
I'm the only one that's hearing it. I'm gonna back out. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. That's crazy. Before someone comments, no, I'm not just trying to show off my watch. I have a tendency to lean on my left side. It's like my thinker's pose. If you ever want to find out what your thinker's pose is, wait till you go to the bathroom and you have to sit there for more than 5 minutes. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, what are you hearing now? We good? Yeah.
I think we're
It's
good.
like
I'm just waiting for it to come back around.
okay. I mean, if you have me open in another tab too, that might do it as well. Just
No, I only have
double
one
check
tab
your.
open.
Okay,
You know
so we're
what
good
though?
then.
You know what? I did. I wonder if it was Facebook.
Yeah, if you
I wonder if Facebook was open and it had because I scrolled down and I saw the video, so I'm wondering if like the audio started playing through there, and that's why it was like a very delayed echo. But it seems resolved now, so that's pretty sick. That was difficult, man. That was difficult.
Hey, it's part of doing it. It's like my fifth, sixth podcast now. Earlier, I had huge technical difficulties. My whole computer, because I basically had like 13 different tabs open. I had my Steam running. I had well, I don't even know, Microsoft Edge. It used to be Internet Explorer. It's Microsoft Edge now. I had Microsoft Edge running. I had Google Chrome running. I had a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff.
What?
Oh, what's up, Ronnie?
What noise? Where?
Parenting 101.
I don't know. It's like it stopped around. It was just a noise.
Oh, I don't know, man.
It was not like drinking noise. No, I think it was a deep freeze.
Maybe it kicked on, yeah. Because those things, like when they get like, they'll stop running until the temperature that you have it set it at, until it reaches that or above that, and then it kicks on to bring it below that temperature or even out that temperature.
Oh, dude, I didn't do that. Oh,
That's better.
Hey, do you remember Yu-Gi-Oh from back in the day?
Vaguely. I dabbled with Pokemon more.
Damn. Don't you wish you still kept some of those cards?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I wish I would have kept.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I had some Pokemon cards too. I went to the mall not too long ago, and the last time I looked, like they had some of those cards going for hundreds and hundreds of dollars on eBay. I was shocked.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. My friend, he just sold a bunch of his Pokemon cards, and I think he got like $1,500 for them or something crazy.
Yeah.
But
Damn. Shit. I need to find some of those cards.
I think he just had like a bunch of them, so he just sold them all. Both. I guess he had some good stuff in there, if he's getting that much money for it.
Yeah, some of those collectors go hard. I ended up, I can't believe I did this. I ended up buying like, I forget. Let me find it on the tab. But basically, it's a special type of. It's like their gold series. Yeah. I think, what is it? Yeah, the El Dorado Maximum Gold. It's the let me see if I can go ahead and share this. Bingo. Share screen. And there we go. I bought like, what was it? Yeah, because I ended up buying them at GameStop themselves. So it was like, yeah, it was like a little bit over $20 at the time per box. Basically, on the inside, they have these gold lined cards and premium gold rare cards are back. It's that was the pit. Yeah, premium gold rare cards are back. These special booster pack cards, pack a punch, 10 non-hollow rare, 10 mixed rarity hollow cards, rare and hollow. Yeah, try saying hollow 4 or 3 times back to back in a sentence. It'll trip you up. Yeah, I still got them. Shoot, I might have to buy more of these later. I know I ended up getting what was it? Oh snap! They got the legendary, all the Egyptian god cards in one box. Damn! I hope my mom doesn't watch this. She gonna be like, "Boy, you need to stop spending your money on this kid stuff." Like, mommy, I'd be like, "Mom, it's not that much. It's only $30." Yeah, she going, it's only $30. Set through 6 packs. Damn. Legend of Blue Eyes, Metal Raider, Spell Ruler, Pharaoh's Servant, Dark Crises, and Invasion of Chaos. Man, they give you a good mix in here. Yeah, pretty much good mix. Yeah. But yeah, take it back. Yeah, I ended up buying a couple boxes of these gold rares. I have a few of the cards. I kept them like put off in a little casing. I'm probably gonna hold off on them for about 5 more years, and I'm gonna see what's going on.
True. Yeah, I wish I would have held on to some stuff. I had a few like collectible items when I was a kid, but as a kid, that shit shouldn't really have been in my hands anyway.
Don't feel bad. Yeah, I hear you, man. It's hard to tell a kid anything, but I guess if it makes you feel better, um, well, yeah, our like the generation before us and their generation, like their parents and our parents, they can be like, well, we missed out on the comic books, you know, because just imagine how much Superman, like the first edition, costs.
Yeah.
Actually, let me see if I can Google that. Oh man, that's this is the one that'll make you. Excuse my language, folks. Disclaimer firsthand. But yeah, this is the one that'll make you shit your pants.
3.18 million. That's crazy.
Um, 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 Actually, let me. I've got to totally increase my font sizes. Make it easier for some of the people in case they can't really see it. And try and enhance the size. But yeah, dude, 3.18 million. That is ridiculous. I don't like. I don't care how much your parents hated comics. Whoever had this comic had the ability to literally say, "Mom and Dad, you were wrong." Now he's probably like old, like an older guy, but yeah, there's yeah, a copy of Amazing Fantasy number 15 with the first appearance of Spider-Man sold for 3.6. Uh, yeah, other comics that have sold for 8.5 and 3.25 million.
That's nuts.
Yeah, almost makes me want to get in the comic business, but we ain't got no comics really though. Well, not today. I'm pretty, because also like the artists are dead. So when the artist dies, it also adds a little bit more to the ticket. So I could imagine that. Um, what's the um, what's the one? I'm not the most comic book orientated guy. I've read a couple online, and I've been to a few comic stores. Uh, I've read through the most recently now, thanks to Amazon, because I have a Prime membership, and they pretty much the Comixology allows me to read through a lot more comics and stuff, and manga too. So anyone at home, if you want to like read more comics and manga at the same time, Amazon, Jeff Bezos is in every corner trying to fight with everybody. Um, Damn, I can't. Steranko, there it is. Um, he was like 70s or 60s era comics when they were doing a lot of the flashy colors, hippie style colors.
Yeah, man.
Come to
It hurts.
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
It kind of hurts the the fact everything's going digital. So comic books themselves aren't going to really have a huge market. Well, not really a huge market, but it's going to be all digital. So having the first of anything is going to be hard.
True. I can't say that for manga though. I feel like Japan itself is pretty self-sustaining. Like, oh my, now that I think about it, I have some manga too that are like, well, I mean, they're not pristine condition manga, but I have a few. There was one manga, Shaman King. Yeah, there's I have a few of the Viz Media printings from like when they held the license for it. I think Kodansha is the company that owns the license now. But yeah, I have a few of the early printings from Shaman King. I have some of the Naruto booklets. A lot of them are still selling a lot of books. And part of that is to the fact that Japan itself is self-sustaining for the most part.
True.
As for American comics, how do I say this? We never really like developed the well today now like alternative culture, geek culture and stuff is coming out a little bit more, and we're not so much persecuted for liking cartoons and anime, but we don't have that like what is it that that cult following, not in a bad way, is people want to use the word cult, but we don't have that cult following to where people are going to go out and buy, you know, the latest press or the latest what is it the latest printing of Superman or Batman, because part of it is like we've read so many of them before, and then the other side is when they have, because I think they'll have multiple series running at once. So it's like which series goes with which and who's writing with who. So it goes down to like you got to pick certain authors and certain artists, and that, they got to get into the comics to know who's writing this and who's drawing the pictures.
Yeah, man. Well, no, I don't know if anything's going to come out anymore. This actors and writers strike, it's taking forever.
Yeah, I've seen something in that going for a while now. Oh, before we get off the comic books for a second into the writers, did you what who did you? And I know I'm gonna get a lot of people mad when I say this, but did you catch a glimpse of a glimpse? Because I don't know if they even printed the comic. Did you hear about the gay Superboy comic?
No.
Yeah, so they went there.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know if that was part of the new 52, but they basically did about like 4 or 5 years ago. They relaunched like the last 52 years of the comic and just tried to do like new origin stories for everybody. And yeah, at some point somebody said we need to turn Superboy. Now this isn't Clark Kent or this is another character, I forgot his name, but it's another super powered teenage boy, and yeah, they went there with this.
I don't know why they gotta act. I mean, I guess some people do care, but at the end of the day, why should anybody care? What a superhero does in the bedroom. I'm not watching Superman, Spider Man, Iron Man. I'm not watching any of those things for any kind of love sequence or you know love arc. I'm watching it to watch somebody get their ass whooped. So, I mean,
Well,
it's,
yeah, I, I feel you. I look at it like this. I'm pretty sure they just did it because it was Superboy. Because yeah, there's been a couple of superheroes that we already know were gay, and I guess nobody really lost their minds about it. They like they've been doing that since the '70s. It ain't nothing new. I just feel like, damn, why'd y'all have to just do that for? Because that's the only reason in my mind I could think about it. Like, what was it? Wonder Woman was gay at one point. Let me see. There was a few of the X-Men, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. Like, yeah, we have a few, documented examples throughout the 70s and 80s and 90s in terms of like cartoons and comics. But yeah, in my mind, it was just about Superboy. They said, hey, we can't use Superman because that's too much of like, DC is a big corporation. Superman's their bread and butter. Same with Batman, and I guess Wonder Woman over there is part of the trio as well. But yeah, any of the B and C tier heroes on their roster, they'll let you write whatever with. But with Batman and Superman, they'll, you'll get in trouble if you mess it up with them. Like was yeah that that's why they had to make a Zack Snyder cut for like the last 2-3 movies they made.
True. Yeah, I'm starting to rewatch all the old Batman movies. I'm on the Val Kilmer movie now.
And Val Kilmer did the Batman movie.
Yeah, man, Batman and no, it was Batman. Shit. It wasn't Batman and Robin. It was so that was with George Clooney. It was the one before that one. Batman Forever.
I don't remember that one. I just remember.
Really?
Well,
That was the one with Jim Carrey.
yeah, I never got to see. I never got to see that one, and there's a funny story because we had it on VHS, but the tape player could never play the movie for some reason. I don't know what happened to it. It just couldn't play.
What I'm trying to get through my head right now is it's 2023 and you can like watch that movie now, not on VHS, and you haven't. Shun. I'm just
Hey man, actually, yeah, and I think I still got a working VCR too.
that's nuts. I don't remember the last time I've seen a VCR.
Yeah, my parents hoard stuff, so I can always, next time I go over to my mom's house, I'll be like, "Hey, mom, you mind if I go in the shed?" Or like I'll ask her, "Hey, do you got a whole VCR somewhere?" She's like, "Oh yeah, it's right over here." But when you look at it, it ain't nothing but just, it's just like a big ass tape, like the old tape decks that they had in car. It ain't nothing but a big ass tape.
8-track.
Yeah. Now, damn, I just figured out what might have went wrong. It got so you know how it was like hotel keys and certain things, if you run a magnet too close, you'll wipe it clean.
Yeah.
I think that might have been the case.
Oh, you think the tape was set next to a magnet and swiped it?
Well, that, or you know how people build up static in their bodies?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like if you ever, well, I don't condone violence against children and I don't condone child abuse. But if you ever want to scare somebody, like your kid or your wife or anyone, get some socks, rub your feet on the carpet, just like in Family Guy, like Stewie. Rub your feet on that carpet a few good times, and then walk up on them and touch them. It'll give them a good
That
jump.
I've seen those videos of
Depending on how fluff.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't know what the hell that noise is. Those videos where those people that they touch this car battery over here, they touch this battery over here, they say they're jump starting their vehicle that way. It's like no, they're not. But are they?
I wouldn't even want to do that. That sounds like dangerous.
It does sound dangerous. They take like their finger like this, negative and positive, negative and positive. All right, turn it over. No. Mm-mm. I've touched my head
I'm,
behind
I'm,
like
I'm, I'm trying to. I'm trying to imagine like what possessed him to think that was a good idea.
Well, I mean, you got
I
people
mean,
thinking they can like go down in hill-shaped submarines. I'm thinking that's a good idea. So you got people eating Tide Pods and the bar isn't very
oh
high.
yeah, it's been a while since we had the Tide Pod scare. I remember that time. That was funny. I was like, wow, we really had to be warned not to eat those.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts.
And then people still ate them after they told you not to.
Because people are stupid, man. They'll get hot as I'm doing this right now. They'll get high off of anything or drunk, I guess you can say.
Well, that's access for you, really. Sometimes like that's why people get drunk off power. What is it? What's that short French guy that they named the ice cream after?
You're talking about Napoleon?
Yeah, Napoleon.
Yeah, he was a little short guy who thought he was
Yeah, man, I was trying to.
bitches were.
Yeah, man, I was trying to conquer the world. Like, listen, all y'all gonna die. All y'all gonna follow me and listen to what I have to say.
I'm kind of surprised it's been like what 60, 80 years since anybody tried taking over the world.
To be honest, man, it's too much of a responsibility.
It's just too
Yeah, like look, like my family, we come from the Bahamas, but when you look back at our history, at like the history of Britain, at one point they were the kingdom that the sun never set on because they owned so much territory throughout the world that if like it was nighttime on one side of the earth, on the other side where it was daytime, they had a colony. The sun never set.
I've been talking to a coworker when I go in. He kind of trips me out. Every time I go in there, and I shouldn't say this, but fuck it. I think I'm a little bit too high because the shit that he be saying just blows my mind. You be talking about how a bird builds a house without no hands.
Well, I mean, you have to think that is amazing, though.
Yeah. He goes, hurricane blowing everything down. He's like, everything blowed down in this motherfucker, but a bird nest still be up in that tree.
Let me go. So this basically is like a map of the world with Britain. All the red are the British colonies.
I feel like they maybe get too much credit.
What, the British?
Yeah. Like I mean, you look at this map, right? How are they going to take Canada as a whole and be like, all right, Britain did that when those motherfuckers speak French?
Well, basically, throughout the years, the British, the French, and the French, the British, the French, the Spanish, and the Portuguese. They basically just kept fighting each other over these different pieces of land to the point where you had French colonies and British colonies like side by side each other in Canada, or like in Bahamas. Some of the Bahamas changed hands. I think the Bahamas was originally discovered by the Spanish, and then the British came, then the Spanish came, and then the British came again. Same thing with like Jamaica. That's why there's I think they got Spanish Town. Oh, shout out to my my family's native island, the Bahamas. It was the first place Christopher Columbus discovered Salvador. Yeah, that's the name of the island.
I'm having more problems every time I look at this map, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff, ain't it?
Well, no, I think it's like a little bit bullshit. What is that? India, right there? You're telling me that a majority of India was colonized by the British, and then you have, I'm gonna say, good 35, 45% of Africa, all of Canada. The only thing that makes sense on this map to me is Australia. It's the only one that makes sense to me. And, okay, let me step back. What do we mean by colonized? Because there's people there before, obviously. So,
okay, so basically, I don't know the history of Canada too well, but around the same time the American colonies were established, different parts of America were owned by like France and like Mexico. So we ended up buying pieces of America from France and Mexico. That's why like California and Texas and all that down there used to be Mexico. That's how we got it from them. We just bought it from them. Or I don't even think we bought it from them. I think that might have been some real military takeover. We just took the land because Mexico was already at war and they couldn't reach over the mountains in time. Yeah, I think that might have been it. We took California, Texas, that area over there, and the army. Yeah, they were at war, and then I don't think they had time to cross the mountains because this was before like planes all the way, so you couldn't just fly an entire army across the mountains. They were on like horses, and like I think maybe they had railroad. But I think, well, yeah, the Louisiana Purchase, that was um, that was from Napoleon. That was from France. Canada, I'm not so sure of. I know the islands inside the Caribbean, that was later through like conquest. Basically, any country that's recognized as a commonwealth either ties back to England or Spain or Portugal, or Portuguese, and the French. Yeah, basically the Europeans were the ones that came up with, well, I wouldn't say they came up with it themselves. I would say the Commonwealth system was made in response to colonization. It was like a cheap way of saying, "Hey, we're going to give you your independence, but you're still going to recognize some of our royalty and upper statesmen." So yeah, going into Africa, yeah, the British, they just went into Africa. In some cases, they issued apartheid in South Africa. They committed atrocities to the Congolese people in the Congo. Um, Going into Egypt, they colonized that for a little bit into the upper part, right to the top of the Nile River. Damn, they even had some of the Arabian Peninsula. I didn't know that. I knew about India, and yeah, some of China too. Now that I think about it, this is right along like the Indo-Chinese border, right over here. And ooh, man, getting down into is that the Philippines? I'm not sure, but yeah, they got around there. They got around like Tupac.
Who do you who would you say built the pyramids?
I would say that's still the Egyptians all the way.
Do you think like? But all right, so yeah, the Egyptians they definitely designed the pyramids. But do you like? Damn. All right, hold on.
What do you feel like some of the
So,
British tried to build more periods? I said period. Do you think the British tried to build more pyramids?
no. So basically, the running thing is, Jewish slaves. They built the. Well, I would assume that some sort of forced labor got the pyramids built. Now, who did this? I'm completely open to who did it because I've been talking with this guy at work, and he's like, no, the Jewish people did not build the pyramids. Okay,
Well,
well, let's talk about it. So now I'm interested because my entire life growing up has been kind of just, I guess, in a bubble is the best way you can say. Like, I never heard of these things, these beliefs, and so now I'm like all in. So now I'm very interested on hearing everybody's take on it. So, who do you believe? I guess, slave labor was used to build the pyramids? Or do you think that the higher up Egyptians got it done?
What I think, well, first of all, let me say this. The Egyptians, throughout their entire history, they just built pyramids for the most part. They didn't stop building them until like the last, let me see. Because also some of them were like damaged and they rebuilt a few, and like some of the later pharaohs tried to build more as a way to like get their name written in history. So I say this before we look at who built what, understand this. They've been building pyramids for hundreds and hundreds of years. That's why like there's pyramids around the world. So it's just one of those things they've been building for hundreds of years. Are there other pyramids around the world where the Jews could not have built? Yes, absolutely.
I'm glad you brought this up.
Now, are there pyramids in Egypt that the Jews may have built or had a hand in building? Yes, absolutely, because they were slaves at the time. So, and at one point, yeah, in the Bible, it says it was like, thousands upon thousands of them. So there was definitely going to be used. They were definitely going to be used to build. Because I could imagine, especially, I forget which one of the pharaohs, but his name was Ramses, and I think they went all the way up to like Ramses the 13th, the 14th, or something, and this was like Ramses the second, and I think the Jews came about in the land of in the Egyptian land before Ramses the second. So before Ramses the second even became pharaoh, they were already Jews. And after Ramses II, other pharaohs tried to build more pyramids. So yes, the pyramids in Egypt, some of them were definitely built using the help of Jews, but they were also, they had non-Jewish slaves too. But yeah, just to stop being so explanative, I'm trying to use big words, but to stop trying to bore you with all the details.
Oh no, man.
Yes,
I like
the Jews. Okay, because sometimes people like they look for a yes or no answer, and sometimes with history it gets too complicated. So yeah, with certain pyramids in Egypt, because they have a good job of just dating how old this stuff is. I'm pretty sure they pay them good money to do it. So you can date it back to the BC or AD, whichever period they need it to, and you can just like cross-reference it with the Bible because they'll give you a rough time period like 700 BC, 1200 BC, 2000 BC. They can give you that info roughly. So once you can trace it back that far, and then you can cross-reference it with the Bible and be like, okay, so they were around in this time. They, and depending on how many periods they can like date back to that time period, you can definitely say, yeah, they had a hand in building it.
True. Yeah, I mean, I've always, I guess, for the most part of my life, kind of followed along with what I was told in church and stuff. I kind of developed kind of a weird view. I personally, I feel like the Bible is like, what's a good way to? I'm not trying to stir up nothing. I feel like it was written by man, so it's definitely like not as accurate as I would say as some things as everybody would say. Like believe it. I think that it's a weird topic. The point is, so I it leaves my mind open to like certain things, right? Now, do you how much do you like mess with like conspiracies and stuff?
I hear a couple here. I hear a couple conspiracies here and there, but before we get off the Bible real quick, I just want to say this: it is written by men who are inspired, religiously inspired. I think the thing people need to understand is this: the Bible is meant to be both history, poetry, literary. Um, I forget the word, but there are certain literary elements that are significant. But yeah, it's telling us the history of people, accounts over multiple ages and spans. It's, you know, it's really a big, as you would say in today's world, an epic novel, an epic fantasy. So there's going to be some like moments where you're like, whoa, this is kind of hard to, you know, digest. But there's reading material out there to help you. Like that's what I like about the Quran. If there are certain passages or certain things that stick out to you, or might rub you the wrong way, or you may not be sure of, they have what is it? The Hadith is co-reading material, so you get a full grasp of what's going on and what's being said. The same thing. What is it with the well, I think I forget what it is, but the Talmud or the Torah for the Jewish people, but they have like extra reading material and stuff like that to help people understand what's going on.
True. Well, damn. Okay. I damn. I don't know why I can't get these words out. I think the alcohol is taking them. It's colliding with the weed. All right. Here we go. I can do this. So as I said, I feel like the Bible, it was written by man, so man is inherently sinful, no matter what. That's why we ask for forgiveness. So I feel like in of itself, that can be tampered with. Then you have the fact that the Bible was actually, they say the sea scrolls. Nobody's really, seen this. We just take, on faith that the translators translated it accurately and not with their own ill intentions or whatever. Now I say this because I've always had that question. Now I definitely, I would say I'm religious, but not in the sense that I go to church and all that. But I do have my beliefs and stuff. But I question things like that. so it sticks out to me when someone points out that off the bat everything that we've been taught is a lie. That piques my interest, right?
Mhm.
So he goes on to say, there's three, major powers. What in the hell is that noise? They got the military. Got the
Oh, this is my screen. Sorry. I got like other things going on in the background.
true. You got the military. You got the monetary, and you have religion. The three biggest weapons in the world, and that's how control it. So I don't know.
I'll tell you, man. The way I think you should look at it like this. Yeah, we have badness. We have sin. There have been multiple religions that have tried to tackle it. The Taoists in China, the Taoist philosophers have always preached that we are both good and evil, and it's about finding the balance and understanding the evil within and seeing how we can control it. And once you learn to control yourself, you really have mastery over yourself. You don't really need to worry about the evil so much because you know better. Same thing with the Bible. The commandments.
I heard there was more.
You'll be a pretty square off dude when you think about it. Think of how many people. When's the last time you've known someone that doesn't lie, cheat, steal, doesn't me earlier in the podcast, I was saying I got to put some money in the swear jar because I was using the Lord's name in vain, saying God, D this, good, Jesus, and excuse me again, Jesus, don't come down here, please. My bad.
Yeah, that's something that I can definitely do better with. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. He just he goes on, he talks about stuff like there's more than 10 commandments. They only let you see the 10. Why do you even need to know those 10 though? Right? So it's just mind blowing shit. Biggest one was telling me that it wasn't any. Basically, it was Egyptians that built the pyramids, but it wasn't just the Egyptians because the same people that built the pyramids are the same people that built the pyramids and the Mayan temples in South America and the supposed pyramid in the Grand Canyon. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that I've never really kind of dived into. I wouldn't even say that maybe even aliens built that, man. Because I personally don't see how, with the technology at the time, you can move such large objects across vast distances. Like, it would have had to take so long to build those pyramids. Like, we're talking probably 150, 200 years apiece. It was like with the place where they cut the rock, it was like 200 miles away. They had to move it to the river, float it down, and then move it back, lift it into place. And I guess it wasn't jagged like this all the way up. It was a smooth surface at the time. So you're talking about crazy precision. That's
there's.
Go ahead.
I don't know, man. There's all kind of crazy ways they really could have tackled it. Thinking, because I don't know how much a camel can. I don't know how much a camel can pull, but you get a few pulleys, get a few cranes. You got thousands and thousands of slaves. You can get some stuff pulled, get some stuff moved around. It's just how you do it and plan it out.
Yeah, but we're talking. Not only are they just like building this pyramid, but they're building corridors and rooms and traps and shit. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah, that's why those stonemasons were so coveted back in the day. Look at some of those old castles.
What's that place called? It's a church in the ground in Africa. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't remember. But yeah, I was going to say any church, any old Roman Catholic church that you look at, think of like the time and labor that went into the stone, the brick, the arches above your head.
Yeah, it's crazy how they build stuff back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. Stuff that's built 5 years from now is falling down and stuff. Let's see.
It's almost 10:30.
Church
I hate
of
to cut you short.
Lalabella.
Oh, go. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
The Church of Lalabella. I'm probably butchering
Church of
that.
Lalabella. Damn.
Let's see.
And it's underground.
Kind of. Let me see here. Present.
Let's see.
Right here.
Okay. Yeah, dude, just imagine somebody like sitting there like, yeah, let me go ahead and get this carved.
Yeah, I mean that's precision, man. I guess they still worship there. That's nuts. It's like one of the oldest churches, man. It's nuts.
Oh man, I can imagine. Old-fashioned tools. They ain't had no power tools. I was thinking about it today. If you got like a good nail gun, you could pretty much get most of your framing and basic stuff done in like 2-3 days. Have your electrician, your plumbing, you got to have them rough and stuff. But yeah, those stonemasons or brick masons, whatever they were called back then. Yeah, because you got to carve that.
And it looks like there might be like rooms. If you look to the right, there looks like openings in the wall.
Little cutaways and stuff.
The top of it looks like a cross.
Yeah, I can imagine. They have little underground passageways. Oh,
that's crazy.
Hey, dang. I had to cut out on you too late, but yeah, it's about 10:30. I still got to knock out one more day at work tomorrow. If you're not busy tomorrow, we can cut out something. Yeah, if you ain't got nothing coming up tomorrow night, I'm free. I'm probably gonna go live again to stream some more of Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel, and I know Saturday I'm gonna stream some more Skyrim. So I'm free Saturday, Friday night. Just hit me up.
For sure. You play Like Warzone or Madden or anything? Zombies?
What do you play it on? Xbox or Steam?
PlayStation. Or
PlayStation.
some games on Steam. Warzone on Steam.
Warzone. I'll try to get Warzone on my Steam, and we'll definitely link up. I'll have you send me over your info.
For sure. I mean, yeah, because I can have a camera on my, my PlayStation, so I can stream from there or whatever. And I don't know how that will work actually, but I can still do it. We can still kind of have this set up or whatever, or we can just do our own streams. But yeah, tomorrow
excuse me for a second. Excuse me for a second. I'll be right back.
The other one here. I'm in now. Check this out. On my end, this is brought to you by Dwarves, age 12 years, 1 ice cube. Smooth as butter. Pucko. You want to take a dab? You don't want to torch it up? That's the way to go.
Sorry about that. That was my food delivery.
No, you're good, man. I did a little my end sponsor thing, with my whiskey and my other paraphernalia.
Hey, good, man. I'm still working on trying to find the sponsor myself. When I get a product design, I'm finna try a few little spots for it. I just don't have anything in mind yet. I've been getting into so much stuff lately. I just haven't had the time to sit down and go over a product idea. I'm finna talk with my old friend from high school. She's graphic designer now. I think that's what she said, or designer. I'll just say that. She might actually have some product ideas for me. So when I get a chance to sit down with her, I'll see what that goes.
There you go.
Yeah. Other than that, I still got to sit down some more, literally do some more game streaming, see if I can get some more views on my Twitch. So far, the getting the games and all that stuff is a whole nother thing. Like Warzone, I might actually have to do some. Might have to. I'm getting tongue tied, stumbling over my words too much. But we might have to get some footage up of that, because I just noticed on Twitch they're having the Tekken tournament.
Tekken?
I think what's that thing? Not Street Fighter. My bad. I think there is a Tekken tournament, but that's not what's going on. It's the Street Fighter. I think AT&T sponsored it. They have a grand prize of $375,000.
Damn. You
know what I do get a chance. I can imagine. I would probably. Well, no, I wouldn't even do that. I would probably say, you know what? I'm gonna continue to play games. I'm going to put this in a bank or some type of investment account somewhere, and I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to keep playing games. Because I'll probably spend it. I'll have a Lambo.
Yeah, I'll end up
in a nice house. $375 grand.
Yeah, dude. First, it'd be
Yeah,
buying
lit-
20 acres.
yeah, me. I already know. I'd end up buying. Let me see. Yeah, I'd get me a new Mustang. Yeah, like 5.0, supercharged. I'll have like one of those weird like car slash open floor design what is apartments or bays, because I've seen a few people like they'll do that. They'll literally live in their car, like in their car shop or whatever. They'll just be on the second floor or have like a balcony loft area above it.
True.
And yeah, I'd do something like that. I'd have a Mustang on one side, another let's see, another car as a backup. I have a second floor loft area where I can have my bed and my reading area. Keep all my kitchen and toiletry stuff downstairs. And yeah, I'd have like my streaming setup right in front of my car. So I'd be like, yeah, there's my new Mustang right in the background as I'm playing Warzone. I'm probably going to try and get into Overwatch too.
There you go.
So yeah, there's a few games to play, a few games to play. All right, man. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
No problem, man. Yeah, I open tomorrow.
Everyone else, thank you for watching. And yeah, we'll link up tomorrow, see if we can get some more footage.
For sure.
Peace.
Peace, man. You have a good night.
You too.